The day my son died, the world did not stop. Cars still passed. People still laughed. The sun still rose like nothing had happened. But something inside me collapsed completely. I remember standing in the ruins of what used to be my life, holding silence where a heartbeat should have been. I had prayed before. I had believed before. But that day, God felt very far away. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just went numb. And in that numbness, I thought, if God is real, why am I still breathing while my son is not? That was the moment my faith died. Or so I thought. The Unshakable that night, for the first time in months, I spoke to God again. Not a prayer. Not a request, not an accusation. If you're real, I said aloud in my empty living room, you owe me an explanation. Nothing happened, but something shifted. Over the next weeks, small moments began to break through my numbness. Not miracles, not answers, just presence. A stranger at the grocery store who mentioned my son by name after seeing a photo. A song on the radio that played at the exact moment my grief overwhelmed me. A dream where Daniel smiled, not sad, not distant, but at peace. I resisted these moments, afraid they would disappoint me like everything else did, until one night. Standing in my son's room, I finally broke. I fell to my knees and cried, not in anger, but in surrender. I can't carry this anymore, I whispered. If you're here, help me. And for the first time since Daniel died, I didn't feel alone. The one afternoon, almost a year after Daniel's death, I returned to the hospital, not by choice, but by mistake. I had driven on autopilot, realizing too late where I was. I parked anyway. I don't know why. Walked inside and sat in the same waiting area where my life had split in two. The memories hit hard. My chest tightened. I could barely breathe. And then I noticed something. A man sitting across from me. Older, worn. His hands trembled slightly. His eyes were red, not from recent tears, but from exhaustion. He looked at me and said quietly, "Who are you here for?" I hesitated, then answered honestly, "My son." He nodded slowly. "Mine too." That was it. No theology, no explanations, just shared devastation. We sat in silence. After a while, he spoke again. "I used to hate God," he said. "I blamed him for everything." I laughed bitterly. "Used to?" "Yes," he said. Then I realized something. I looked at him, skeptical. "I was standing in the ruins of my life," he continued, "but God was there too. I just couldn't see him through my anger." That sentence stayed with me, not because I believed it, but because I couldn't dismiss it. The Healing God did not bring my son back. That was the hardest truth to accept. But he brought something else, understanding, not why it happened, but that my pain did not scare him, that my anger had not pushed him away, that he had been standing in the ruins with me the entire time. I began to read scripture again, not looking for answers, but for companionship. I discovered a God who wept, a God who lost a son himself, a God who understood unbearable loss. Slowly, the guilt loosened its grip. Slowly, the anger softened. Slowly, hope returned, not the shallow kind, but a deeper, stronger hope rooted in eternity. I began to live again, not forgetting my son, but honoring him. The happiness did not return the way it left. It came differently, quieter, deeper, more grateful. I found joy in helping others who were standing where I once stood in the ruins. Convinced life was over, I spoke about Daniel without collapsing. I smiled at his memory. I felt peace knowing that death was not the end of his story, or mine. God did not erase my pain. He redeemed it. Today, I still miss my son every day, but I no longer walk alone. I found God in the ruins, and in him I found life again.